Here are some things that all good readers remember. Predict what the book will be about. Ask yourself questions as you read. Try and work out difficult words. Listen to yourself as you read. Reread when you need to. Can you predict what this book is about? Click on a book feature to find out. Title. The title tells you something about the story. Can you predict what the story is about by reading the title? Illustration. The illustration on the cover of the book shows you something that is happening in the story. The picture on the front of the book shows you something you will find inside the book. What does this picture show you? What is this illustration about? Blurb. The blurb gives you a quick summary of the story. Can you predict what the story is about by reading the blurb? Table of contents. The table of contents is a list of the chapters in the story. Wattle Street Bowling. Written by Jen Storer. Illustrated by Tom Karima. Click on the speaker on each page to hear the story read. If you get stuck, click on the Help button. If you are having trouble working out a word, try these strategies. Skip the word and read on to the end of the sentence. Can you guess what the word is now? Does it make sense and sound right? Look at the start of the word. What sound do you hear when you say the first letter? Can you sound out the first 2 or 3 letters? Look at the whole word. Are there any parts you can sound out? Break the word into syllables. Reread the whole sentence. Can you think of a word now that makes sense and sounds right? Wattle Street Bowling. Written by Jen Storer. Illustrated by Tom Karima. Contents. The big news. Page 1. A very cool idea. Page 6. Building begins. Page 11. The grand opening. Page 15. Making history. Page 20. One last bowl. Page 25. Wattle Street. Page 31. Building the bowling lane. Page 32. 10-pin wrap. Page 34. Glossary. Page 36. Characters. Danny. Jing. Ali. Tom. Mr. Lucas. Chapter 1. The big news. Take a look at this, says Tom. He is reading the local newspaper. He opens it out to a big article with drawings. We all crowd around. Tom points to the article. This is just what we've been waiting for, he says. What is it? Says Ali. They're building a bowling alley right here in our town, says Jing. Excellent. How long before it's built, I say. It says it will take 6 months, Danny, says Tom. That's a long way off, I say. No, it's good to have some time. It means we can practice before the centre opens, says Jing. Yeah, if we practice for 6 months, we'll be the best team in town, says Tom. We'll be champions, says Ali. We'll probably win the Junior National Championship, I say. There's just one problem. Without a bowling alley, there is nowhere to practice, says Jing. Jing has a good point. We need to do something about that. Chapter 2. A very cool idea. Just then, I hear a lawnmower revving. It's Mr. Lucas. He owns the empty paddock next door. The Paddock of Pain. We've had many amazing sporting events on the Paddock of Pain. I look over the fence and study the Paddock of Pain. I think about the bowling lanes. My brain starts to rev just like Mr. Lucas's lawnmower. I've got a very cool idea, I say. I run next door. The others follow. Mr. Lucas, if we help you clean up this jungle, can we build a bowling lane on your land? I say. Mr. Lucas looks at me and laughs. Danny Hazard, what a weird idea, he says. Does that mean yes? I say. It's a deal, says Mr. Lucas. We shake hands. We weed and we rake. It's hard work. By the time we've finished, Mr. Lucas's rubbish bin is stuffed with weeds and funny old plants. Hey, you've pulled out my tomato plants, says Mr. Lucas. Oops. It's hard work replanting tomato plants. Chapter 3. Building begins. The Paddock of Pain is flat. It is perfect for a bowling lane. Good luck with the building. Make sure you check with your dad before you start, Danny, says Mr. Lucas. Thanks, Mr. Lucas, I say. Mr. Lucas drives away. Dad is in the shed. He's making a rocking horse for Gums. Its head looks more like a camel. We don't tell Dad that. I spot Dad's wheelbarrow. Can we use this to take things next door? I say. Sure, says Dad. We've got planks of wood, tent pegs, yellow nylon rope, even an old wooden door. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Says Dad. Don't worry, Dad. It's all under control. I'm the chief engineer, I say. Chapter 4. The Grand Opening. Ali is at the recycling bin. How many pins do you need for bowling? He says. That's a good question, Ali. I think it's about 10, I say. Of course it's 10. That's why people call it 10-pin bowling, says Jing. That makes sense, I say. Ali pulls out 10 plastic water bottles. Ali and Jing fill the bottles with sand from the sandpit. Jing numbers the bottles with a marker. They almost look like real bowling pins. Tom and I carry the old door between us. It won't fit in the wheelbarrow. We have never made so many trips back and forth. It's times like this I wish I could drive a ute. Finally, there is a pile of building materials on the Paddock of Pain. It's hard to believe this will ever be a bowling lane. It's a good thing I'm in charge. Okay, this is what we'll do, I say. My team works hard. They make me work hard too. At last, the Wattle Street bowling lane is ready. I now declare this bowling lane open, says Jing, and we all clap. It is a special moment in the history of Wattle Street. Chapter 5. Making History. I'm chief engineer, so I go first. Watch and learn, I say. Tom throws me a basketball. I move up to the line. I start with a hook. The ball should curve right at the last minute and score a strike. I bowl. The ball rattles along, then it rolls off the wood and hits the rope barrier. No way! The Wattle Street bowling lane is a bit rickety. It will take special talent to bowl the ball from one end to the other. I try again and again, but the silly ball keeps bouncing off the edge. Hang on, says Jing, and she runs home. What's she up to? Says Tom. Search me, I say. Jing is back in a flash. She is carrying an old medicine ball. That thing weighs a ton, says Ali. Exactly. Watch and learn, says Jing. Jing bowls the medicine ball. It rumbles down the lane. It hits 4 pins. Jing is first to score on the Wattle Street bowling lane. It's another big moment in Wattle Street history. Chapter 6. One last bowl. After that, we practice for hours. It's hard work. The medicine ball is heavy. The lane wobbles and rattles. The rope barriers keep falling over. And there's no machine to pick up the pins. We do a lot of running and fetching and fixing. Bowling was never meant to be this hard, pants Ali. Do we really have to practice for 6 months? Says Tom. I think one day is plenty. My arms are about to fall off, says Jing. Well, this is the paddock of pain, I say. I bowl the medicine ball one more time. It charges through the rope barrier and crashes into the fence. It splits open like a rotten tomato. Sand pours out everywhere. Even the medicine ball has given up. I look at my team. I think seriously. The Wattle Street bowling lane is great, but we're fast learners. One day of practice will be enough. It's time for the chief engineer to make a decision. Today, we have made Wattle Street history. We have also shown ourselves to be champion bowlers, I yell. Everybody claps. But all good things must come to an end. So I now declare the Wattle Street bowling lane closed. May it rest in peace, I yell. I have never, ever heard so much noisy cheering. Wattle Street. Building the Bowling Lane by Danny Hazard, Chief Engineer. The backyard bowling lane is one of my best ideas. Today, I am going to explain to you exactly why and how we built it. I am always thinking about designing and building things. And when we read the newspaper report about the new bowling centre, my brain started to tick. We could build one. First, we had to talk to Mr. Lucas and then help clear a space. Next, we had to check with Dad and get all the things we needed. I have a great talent for engineering, so it was easy for me to tell everyone what to do and how to make our bowling lane. We put up some rope barriers and some pegs in the ground to hold the sides of the lane in place. After that, we laid the old door and the planks of wood along the ground. Jing and Ali did a great job on the pins. They made them by putting sand in some plastic bottles, and they wrote numbers on the front to make them look real. We worked really hard, and in no time at all, we had a place to practice. I just can't understand why it will take 6 months to build the real thing. Maybe they need me on the job. Danny Hazard, Chief Engineer. 10-Pin Rap by Danny Hazard. It's on the paddock of pain. It's a cool bowling lane. It's a cool bowling lane. It's a cool bowling lane. It came out of my brain. It's a cool bowling lane. It's a cool bowling lane. It's a cool bowling lane. Do the 10-pin rap, the 10-pin rap, the 10-pin rap. Let me hear you all clap. Do the 10-pin rap, the 10-pin rap, the 10-pin rap, while your fingers go snap. Glossary. Engineer. A person who designs and is in charge of building certain structures. Nylon. A factory-made substance that is extremely strong. Rickety. Shaky, not steady. Word sorter. Click Start. Break words into their syllables to help work them out when you are reading, and also when you are trying to spell them. For example, wonderful has 3 syllables, and Danny has 2 syllables. It's easier to break the word into its syllables when you say the word slowly or clap your hands as you say it. Sort them out. Drag the correct word into the space, then click on Check It. Fantastic. Drag the next word. Well done. Drag the next word. Well done. Drag the next word. Fantastic. Drag the next word. Fantastic. Drag the next word. Great work. Drag the next word. Good try. This word goes in this box. Well done. Drag the next word. Well done. Drag the next word. Fantastic. 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 Drag the next word. Great. You sorted all the words. You are really good at sorting out words. Click on Print or click Next to finish. Missing words. Here is a page from the book with some of the words missing. You can put them back. Click on Start. Drag the correct word into the space, then click on Check It. Fantastic. Try the next word. That's great. Try the next word. Brilliant. Try the next word. Fantastic. Try the next word. That's great. They're all done. Click on Print to print your missing words page, or click Next to finish. Let's do a crossword puzzle using words from the book. A crossword is a fun way of thinking about the meaning of different words. Click on Start. Type the letters to make the word in the clue, then click on Check It. Click Delete to delete a letter. Click Clear to delete a word. Brilliant. That's great. That's great. Well done. Well done. That's great. Congratulations! You have finished the crossword. Click on Print to print your crossword or click Next to finish.